Good morning to you and welcome to Mornings on Main Street on this Monday, January 16th. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. Thank you guys so much for joining us here for Mornings on Main Street this morning as we transition into a new season of the show. Thank you for sticking with us. Coming up on today's show, as many of you know, we're honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Right now, there are many events and happenings not only across the state, but across the country. In just a little bit, we will hear from the MLK Committee Chair from the Interdenominational Ministries Fellowship. We'll hear from her about the convocation happening right now in Nashville. Also today, we hear from Catherine Mayhew in our Let's Eat segment. We are talking smash burgers today, what it is and why they've become so popular, and where you can find a really good smash burger in Middle Tennessee. And then we're talking from Tennessee Voices, we were talking with Willie Voss about mental health and mental health issues and just how TN Voices is helping those get through mental health issues, whether you're a teen, a young adult, or an adult, what they do and their mission. But first, let's get a check of those headlines from our papers this morning. One of Hendersonville's most anticipated projects is now underway. I'm talking the Sanders Ferry Greenway that will soon offer an additional 1.2-mile multi-purpose walking path along the lake, beginning at Main Street and Sanders Ferry Road. Now, for more on this $5.5 million project, visit hendersonvillestandard.com. And then Primer Academy is offering Spanish immersion to Nashville's youngest. Since 2015, the school has grown from 2 students now to 95 kids at 2 locations. The school is said to be the lone Spanish-only immersion preschool in Nashville. If you'd like to learn more, head over to mainstreetnashville.com. And then traveling to Clarksville anytime soon, make a stop at Customs House Museum and Cultural Center. The museum is offering some new exhibits for you. One is the Capturing the Essence. The other is Nights in Cities, the Impressions in Lithography. Both will run through February 26th. With many people off of school today, you have students out there, you have other government offices that are closed, so maybe getting out this afternoon. Let's check in now with Justin Kulik to see what that weather is going to look like for us. Justin, I know it's not really sleeveless weather yet, but again, I'm itching for spring and summer. But what can we expect when we get out the door?
Thanks, Stephanie. Hi. Yes. So today it's going to be a little wet today. The temperatures are not that bad. As you look at this graphic here, it's during the day, it's going to be 58. It's currently 35 at the moment. Rain chances are going to increase to 20% by 3 p.m. and then 60% by 6 p.m. Things will warm up a little bit tomorrow to 66% with a 66 with a 20% chance of rain. Just remember, the umbrella is your friend today.
The umbrella and rain jacket, of course. Okay, so do you have a joke for us? I know you are big into jokes, weather jokes. What do you have for us for today?
I do. So everybody always wonders what the difference is between weather and climate. Well, you can weather a tree, but you can't climb it.
Cheesy, but good.
Right. Maybe a few tickles out there. We'll see.
Justin, thank you. Can't wait to see what you have in store for us tomorrow.
Thanks, Stephanie.
All right, going back to today being Martin Luther King Jr. Day and some of the things happening in Nashville. So you do have a couple of things happening throughout the day. So a book drive is running until 2 today at the Jefferson Street Missionary Baptist Church. The church is collecting books that are focused on diversity and the legacy of Dr. King. The International Ministries Fellowship is behind this book drive, as well as the march that just wrapped up at the TSU Gentry Complex. So it's happening there where the convocation is underway right now. The convocation got going at 10 o'clock this morning. Presiding over the convocation, you have Speaker Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, who is speaking right now to a crowd that I'm told is going to be more than 5,000 people. Now, I spoke earlier with Cheryl Mays. She is the MLK Day Committee Chair. This is what she had to share with us ahead of today's event. First off, thank you for your time.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to speak with you this morning.
Wonderful. Well, tell me about all the events. So again, today being a big day, right now the convocation is happening. They just finished up their walk. What's been leading up to this Monday?
We have a week of events that we've been planning for several months now. We initially started with our intergenerational panel, and we had our first of its kind IMF MLK Gala. And that, of course, was a sold-out event, so it was huge. And that we also had the fair housing event. Also, we had the Women of Faith panel and our youth symposium. And right before the competition, we had a youth rally right here at Jefferson Street Baptist Church.
What is that feeling like when you're putting this information out? You've spent 8 months planning to get the reception, to hear from people. We will be there. We plan on being there. We would not miss it. What is that like for the committee?
It is amazing, and it is. It's a confidence booster. It tells us that everything that we've done to get to this point has been worth it. We are doing exactly what the community wants us to do. So it's when we are at convocation and we look out and we tell those faces, it's absolutely beautiful. I think we have. The reason that we do so many events is because of the initiatives that Dr. King laid out for us. You know, we are constantly thinking about equity in education, equity in economics. We're constantly thinking about how we support our young people, how we want to make sure that our voting population stays strong, and that we are securing our vote, our right to vote. So there are a lot of reasons that we do what we do, and they are all in line with Dr. King's wonderful roadmap to where we are.
So this being the 35th year, once this is over, always looking ahead for the 35th year for Martin Luther King Day. How can we follow what's taking place and all of the events that you'll have set for us next year?
Absolutely. You can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and you can also check our website, which is MLKNashville.com. But our Instagram is Nashville MLK, and you can follow us there. And the interesting thing that we started talking about already, we're already thinking about next year. Next year will be the 70th anniversary of the Interdenominational Ministers Fellowship, which sponsors this event. So we will be looking at that anniversary and doing something big for that as well.
That's going to be huge. Cheryl, thank you so much for your time. Well, protecting the dream, confronting the assault is, again, this year's theme for the convocation that is happening right now at TSU Gentry. Again, the 35th year for this convocation. Can't thank Cheryl enough for giving me her time. All right, guys, when we come back, we are talking with Catherine Mayhew in our Let's Eat segment. We are talking about smash burgers. And I'm going to admit it to you, first day jitters definitely on right now. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit of coffee as you guys enjoy this commercial break.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd. The goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets to get your seats today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets. And we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
Walmart Supply Center is hiring right now in Lebanon, Tennessee, where you can earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and flexible hours and all sorts of perks like 100% paid college tuition, a 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership, a free Paramount Plus membership, plus you get paid time off and a lot of other things. All you have to do to apply is text JOIN to 240-240. Text the word JOIN, JOIN, to 240-240 right now.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour. It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try. There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time. Sir, Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Do you know where you are right now?
This is Chris Yao with Main Street Sports Today. Every show, Mo Patton and I welcome friends from all across the sports landscape, from high school coaches and reporters to national, college, and pro sports personalities. You never know who might stop by for a chat. AP Tennessee Sports Editor, three-time Tennessee Sports Writer of the Year 2020 TSWA Hall of Famer. She covers the Titans, the Predators, the Grizzlies, college football, and hoops. Please make welcome Teresa Wong.
Former University of Tennessee, former Team USA Olympian, ex-Cy Young Award winner, R.A. Dickey. R.A., did I miss anything?
Man, that was sweet. Yeah, I need to listen to that before I go to bed every night. That was nice.
Has 5 sports Emmys. That's not bad for the other guy in Wham, Ryan McGee.
The other guy in Wham married the best looking girl Bananarama, so the other guy in Wham had a pretty good life.
From preps to pros, we're taking on the sports topics you care about. Tune in across Main Street Media social platforms at 2 p.m. or on demand on your podcast distribution platform of choice.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. And this morning we are talking smash burgers and the best spot to go with Catherine Mayhew. Catherine, what did you find for us?
Oh my gosh. So just to start, a smash burger is literally what it sounds like. Generally, it's 2 patties, beef. And when it's griddled, the cook literally smashes it onto the griddle. So it's super thin. And what happens is the outside gets these super crispy, crunchy bits all the way around it. So, some people like the big quarter pounder burgers. I do too. But smash burger is another variation. And it's texturally, to me, very interesting and slightly greasier. And greasy isn't a bad thing when you're talking about a cheeseburger.
Okay.
So the first place is a wonderful pop-up called Bad Luck Burger Club. And it's 2 guys, and their pop-up it's a food truck, but it's a really condensed food truck. So not a lot of space. And they generally operate in either East Nashville or downtown. So you have to look on their Instagram, Bad Luck Burger Club. Every Monday they post their schedule. And then you have to go to them. And the other thing is, there is a scarcity issue. When they run out, and they have run out quite a bit. So you might want to plan, if they open at like noon, maybe be there at noon. And what they have 2 things on the menu. They have their smash burger, and they have a grilled cheese for people who don't eat meat.
Well, and I was going to ask, do they have an extensive menu? But I guess not.
No, they do not. There are no French fries. There's no lettuce. There's no tomato. There's no ketchup or any mustard, unless it's a special and it already comes on it. They're very, take what I have, or, go down the street and try something else.
But, you're getting the full flavor of the burger and the cheese. And I'm assuming, whatever seasonings they have, that's what they want you to taste.
Exactly. So the burger is, again, 2 patties, American cheese, the only cheese for a cheeseburger, in my opinion, highly processed. Yes, ma'am. Super melty. And they have their own sauce, which is kind of a mustard-based sauce. It's a little creamy, so there's either some mayonnaise or some Miracle Whip or something else in there. Very, very tasty. And pickles. That's it. And a super soft potato bun. And there is the grease factor. You may take a bite and find grease dripping down your hand just slightly. Not a bad thing.
No.
And it's just delicious. I mean, it's just the perfect smash burger.
That sounds incredible. Is that the only smash burger that you tried? Is that the only
No,
location?
so sort of this is the polar opposite. There's a new place called Cletus, Cledis. It's named after the owner's grandfather. And they are on Elm Hill Pike, and it's a brick and mortar, and their smash burgers are slightly less smashed. They're definitely a smash burger, but they're not quite as crispy lacy as Bad Luck Burger Club. But they're delicious. Same potato bun, and they have a variety of toppings. And the one I like the best is called the Oklahoma burger. And this is a real thing in Oklahoma. It developed in the 30s when times were tough. And they used onions to kind of supplement the hamburger patty because they didn't have that much meat. So how these are made is you griddle the first side and you spread a ton of really thin onions on the top side. And then when you flip it over and smash it, the onions kind of cook in with the burger and they're caramelized. And it's a really good bite. I mean, a really, really good bite. And same American cheese.
Okay.
And although they have other cheeses they use on other burgers, but they have a variety of different types of burgers, and you can just get the plain too. But I'll tell you the other thing they have that nobody else I know has, and they're worth going just for these things. They're pickle fries. They're not fried pickles. They're not spears. They're not, slices. They literally cut a dill pickle as you would cut, say, a McDonald's French fry, about that size. And then they batter them. And yes, ma'am. And then they fry them. They are insanely good. And you can get them on one of the burgers, but I would recommend just getting an order all by themselves because it is worth going to Cletus just for that. And they also support, this is a little different too. They also support a nonprofit that works with the homeless.
Okay.
So certain percentages of their merchandise will go toward this nonprofit, and they also volunteer. So there's a good component too.
Oh, that is super great of them. And again, knowing that some of that money goes to, to people who need it. Oh my gosh, 2 awesome places this week, Catherine.
Yeah, you can't go wrong at either one. They're if you want to sit, especially when it gets colder. I'm not sure if the Bad Luck boys will alter their schedule or not. But as they said, follow their Instagram. It's just hilarious. And as they said, as long as you're willing to stand in the line, we're willing to be there to make a hamburger for you.
Oh, I love it. So Bad Luck Burgers the Bad Luck
Burger Club.
Bad Luck Burger Club or Cletus. So 2 places for a really awesome smash burger.
Absolutely.
Oh, sounds good. Well, I can't wait to see what you have in store for us next week and looking forward to that. Just again, love following you, and just again, tell everyone how we can follow you on the daily.
You can follow me on my Facebook page, which is Catherine Chapin Mayhew. And you can follow me on Instagram at The South in My Mouth.
Oh, sounds great. Catherine, thank you so much. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Take care.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. This is Chris Yao with Main Street Sports Today. Every show, Mo Patton and I welcome friends from all across the sports landscape, from high school coaches and reporters to national, college, and pro sports personalities. You never know who might stop by for a chat. AP Tennessee Sports Editor, 3-time Tennessee Sports Writer of the Year 2020 TSWA Hall of Famer. She covers the Titans, the Predators, the Grizzlies, college football, and hoops. Please make welcome Teresa Walker.
Former University of Tennessee, former Team USA Olympian, ex-Cy Young Award winner, R.A. Dickey. R.A., did I miss anything?
Man, that was sweet. Yeah, I need to listen to that before I go to bed every night. That was nice.
Has 5 sports Emmys. That's not bad for the other guy in Wham, Ryan McGee.
The other guy in Wham married the best looking girl, Bananarama. So the other guy in Wham had a pretty good life.
From preps to pros, we're taking on the sports topics you care about. Tune in across Main Street Media social platforms platforms at 2 p.m. or on demand on your podcast distribution platform of choice.
I love that we're back. Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. So whether it's the start of the new year, a new month, new week, new day, it can always be a good time to take steps for better mental health. So we are talking this morning from TN Voices. We have the Chief Operations Officer, Will Voss. Will, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing on this Monday?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Well, again, thank you for your time. And if you would kind of start off with the mission of TN Voices.
Yes, our mission is to be a collaborative leader guiding mental health transformation. We've been around for over 30 years working with parents and children who have mental health concerns, making sure that they have the right tools and skills to navigate and lead successful lives.
So, as you're navigating, because again, you said you help children, young adults, is there a different way for each, category, each group to help them navigate their mental health?
Yes, we recognize that with each population, there are different tools that we have to give them. And we also want to make sure that parents feel supported, that they recognize that there is a need for mental health that doesn't discriminate. Our vision is to provide hope to all generations. So we're trying to work with the whole family. That's children as young as 3 all the way up to adults is as old as 87 years of age. So our goal is to figure out, well, what are those tips? What are those tools? We have staff who work directly with young children who are in early childhood centers, working with those teachers to make sure that they have those tips and tools. What are those social emotional items that they can be working on? And most recently, we've been able to implement an app. It's called the My Health Coach app that we partnered with Telemedicine Solutions to make sure we're getting mental health screening tools in the hands of children. We know that youth and young adults, they have their phones right at their sides at all times. And we're making sure that we say, hey, it's the same way you're taking care of your physical health. You go to the doctors for those checkups. Here's an app, another tool that you can use to also check in on your mental wellness.
So with you being here this morning, what tips can you offer up right now, kind of universal tips that we could either share with our kids or just put into use ourselves?
Yes, as parents, as caregivers, as trusted adults, we want to make sure that children, youth, young adults, they understand that we're here to listen. We aren't here to just give the advice right away. And we've also got to change our language to, well, what's wrong with you to what's happened, what's occurring, and let them know that we're here to help. There's simple things by asking those questions and paying attention to, well, are there different changes in activity or things that a child or a youth or young adult once liked? Are there changes in sleeping or eating habits? And we have to ask those tough questions as well that some of us try to avoid. Well, have there been recent attempts of suicide or thoughts? And make sure that we're educating ourselves. Education is key. Are we understanding those signs and symptoms and knowing what to look for? And then we've got tips as far as here's a way that you can start journaling. It's one way to get your thoughts and your feelings out. I know for me, I didn't used to think it was cool journaling, but I recognized over time, well, when I'm writing poetry, that's a way of me getting it out. And also making sure that youth and young adults know that they're not alone. There are other people that are facing these challenges. And we also want to make sure that, all right, we're getting them those resources, be it therapy or be it group therapy, making sure that they're getting connected in their communities.
And I know you just said the biggest, one of the tips would be journaling. And I've heard that time and time again, but you're a poet. I'm not. Some people would say they're not a writer, and this seems silly. And I read it back and it just sounds silly. How do you kind of continue to share with them that, nope, journaling is good and just sentence by sentence will help?
Yes, I continue to let them know that this is another way of getting your feelings out when you don't feel like you have anyone that you can talk to. And then I also work with children and youth on those other things that they do like, well, what is another way where we can get some of this out, these feelings, and we can talk about it. I know with a lot of young adults, they say, well, I'm into sports, where here's another category where we can say, let's work on our physical health. Let's go ahead and get out and see what's out there. How can I get this activity pushed out? And then also making sure that if there are other things that they like, be it music, things of those sorts. We can start channeling those concerns into other areas that they do like, and also letting them know, well, hey, here's a trusted adult, someone who's been trained in understanding what mental health is all about, and they're here to listen. They specialize in working with children and youth.
Wonderful. Well, again, thank you so very much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. Before you leave us, how can we connect with you guys at TN Voices? And give us that app one more time, please.
Yes. So you can connect with us by going online at www.tnvoices.org or following us on Facebook at TN Voices. You can also call us directly at our 1-800 number, which is 1-800-670-9882. The app is called the My Health Coach app, and you can download it on the Google Play Store or Apple Store. And they're also on our website. You can see different tools that we have as far as our Candid podcast, which is on several platforms that you can stream and learn more about these tips and tools from individuals across the state have been affected by mental health, and they're looking to give back and be candid and let them know, well, here's my story, here's my experience. So those are other ways that you can reach us and get in touch with us.
Well, again, thank you so much. We look forward to connecting with you again in the future. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, we'll stick here on Mornings on Main Street. When we come back, we're going to talk about the national days today. Again, in addition to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, there's another international day to share with you. Also, what we would like for you to do as we move forward, stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
Well, thanks for sticking with us here on Mornings on Main Street. I have to make a correction from the beginning of the show. It is Primer Academia. If you want to follow that story about the school and what they're doing, you can do that at mainstreetnashville.com. So in addition today to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, as many again of those celebrations are happening now for the legacy of his life, there is something else to note today. It is International Hot and Spicy Food Day. We all like some hot and spicy things now and again, maybe not all of us, but some of us. I do want to let you know, chili peppers are considered to be the hottest food on the planet, but I bet you can't name the hottest pepper because the peppers are always evolving. So it may not be the ghost pepper. So again, just a little food for thought there today. Speaking of food for thought, an event happening, Second Harvest Food Bank is having a community engagement program tonight, Food for Thought. It is beginning at 6 tonight, but before that at 5:30, you can get a tour. Also want to say we would love for you to share your birthdays and anniversaries with us. You can do that by going to that email. Send me your name as well as the date of your birthday and where you're from. We want to celebrate with you, whether, again, birthday or anniversary. Send it to smiller@mainstreetmediatn.com. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. We look forward to seeing you right here Monday through Friday for fun, local, and live positive stories from throughout the Middle Tennessee area. See you tomorrow.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd. The goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets to get your seats today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets. And we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.